Hi and welcome back to code.uk. By the end of this video, you should be able to describe what's meant by an element, mixture, and element. These ideas are important in chemistry, so it's essential that you understand them. Let's start by looking at elements. The periodic table shows us all the elements, and there are around 2 of them. Here's the periodic table, and you are given a copy of this in your exam. Each of these symbols represents a different element. So, for example, we've got the element sulfur over here, and the element magnesium over here. This brings us to the definition of an element which you need to learn. In an element, all of the atoms are different. So for example, this shows the atoms in a sample of magnesium, and you can see that all of the magnesium atoms are the same. Here are the atoms in a sample of magnesium, and again all the sulfur atoms are the same. Each element has a symbol, and every symbol starts with a G. So the symbol for magnesium is capital G, lowercase g. The symbol for sulfur is G. It's a white crystal. If we want to separate a compound back into its elements, then we need to use a white crystal. In a mixture, we've got not chemically combined. This shows a mixture of magnesium atoms, and magnesium sulfide. If we want to separate a mixture, then we need to use a chemical reaction rather than a physical separation technique. For example, we could use element, crystallization element, and we're going to look at all of these physical separation techniques in later videos. Now, one word used often in chemistry is element, and some students get confused about that. However, it's not as difficult as it sounds. Remember how an element Okay, so hopefully now you should be able to describe what's meant by an element, an element,